Good afternoon. Welcome to the Raymond E. Gishard Technical Center at the football field here this afternoon. It's our first match for this day's cap. We have two games on tab for you. Our first match will be the Ducks United playing the Uprising. Both teams are already on the field. The Ducks, they are in their gold and blue strips. The Ducks United in a change strip from the last time they would have played. They're in gray and black. And as we can see, the toss has been had. The referee this evening will be Kamal Harden Hodge. He's assisted by Tashim Fleming and Hilbert. That's Hilton, sorry. The players, they have touched hands and just go into their respective halves. The Ducks United team reads number 10, Miguel Abraham, number 22, Andres Boyens, number 2, Ashton Dumas, number 11, Daniel Galliano, number 9, Sylvanus James, number 1 in goal, Darius Lanton, number 7, Akeem McIntyre, number 8, Stuart Murray, number 19, Tizania Daniel Hugh, number 16, Jermaine Ricketts, number 5, Kent Sam. That's the starting lineups for the Ducks United team this afternoon. The Uprising team sees we've got number 17, Matthew Brown, number 26, Dion Burton, number 30, Darian Carty, goalkeeper, number 4, Stefan Fedu, number 2, Yariel Fleming, number 13, Trey Gums, number 3, Ashan Hodge, number 7, Jarvis Jones, number 29, Alexander Nathaniel, number 28, Rakad Thomas, and number 10, Rennie Thomas. That's the starting lineup for the Uprising team. Both teams would have played their first encounter, the Uprising and Ducks United coming off of victories. The Uprising beating the Spartans 4-1, and the Ducks United really putting on a hammering on the new incoming team into this year's tournament, the Eagles Claw, winning by some 11-0, and so they really looking to go 3 points closer to the top. Last evening we had one match as opposed to the two that was scheduled for last Saturday evening. We saw where the Limers FC, they took on the Attackers FC. Attackers coming off of a 0-0 draw after their first encounter with the Diamonds FC. And they took on the Limers yesterday evening, going ahead 1-0, but it was the Limers who were at the better end of things, scoring in the late stages, winning the match 2-1 and going top of the table. So they are 2 from 2, and both of these teams will be looking to join them as well. Both of these teams will certainly be looking to continue on their winning ways. We've seen a number of changes within the Ducks United lineup. We see with Danny, one of the substitute in the last encounter, he is actually starting today. Also, Jarvis Jones, one of the McCurl midfielders for the Uprising team, he has been back into the lineup as well. Here is the Ducks with the kickoff, and we covered there by the Uprising, but Jarvis Jones just a little too slow there and dispossessed there by Ducks United. But it's the Uprising FC. And there's a whistle. Yeah, the referee in Mr. Harden Hodge is not too satisfied with the ball in terms of its firmness, the air in it. It's not pleasing to Mr. Harden Hodge, and he has tossed it to the fourth official, and they will replace the ball. So, we're just into the second minute of play. We want to say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are listening to us from. As always, we appreciate your time, and we certainly look forward to bringing you two good games this evening. Here is a man Fu trying to get around the defender there for the Ducks United, playing on the left side of defense. He would have been one of those persons who played for the Kicks United, but was transferred and is now doing battle for the Ducks United, the number 17 player. And certainly you must forgive us with regards to some of these numbers as well, because they are not the general number that's assigned to the name. So he's wearing number 17, but his name is not on this. It's not on this list. So it's Ducks United with possession in just in their defensive half, as Miguel Abrams squeezed to Passion, and Passion tries to pass Yariel Fleming, but losing out there to Rene Thomas. He's trying to tread the needle there to the onrushing center forward there, but Burton, and cut out there by the Ducks United. As I say, welcome to the other Duck, our commentator here. Good afternoon, Caden.
Yes, and good afternoon, Tony. And it's a promising game, this one. The Uprising, of course, coming off of a 4-1 victory last week, while the Ducks United scored some 11 goals and then in an 11-1 win over the New Boys, the Eagle Claw. But still nil here. And it's Bino back with the debuting Masimba Bowen, the man Simba, over to Mata. And forward towards number 20, and I believe that's, is it Williams is his name?
Yeah. And we've seen quite a number of movements between the teams, so to speak. The Ducks United, we've seen where Burton, he would have played with the Attackers last year. The Attackers are the Enforcers, one of the two teams. But now he's playing with the Uprising and looking to assist where possibly. Here is Jones.
Jarvis driving forward, out wide towards Denny Derrick, who is offside.
Yes, and Denny, is that Denny Derrick, or that looked like Yariel over on that side?
Sorry, yes. Yariel Fleming.
Yeah, certainly pack a few pounds, if you would ask me.
So, I was a bit confused.
Yeah, so.
It's Darius Lanton. Is it over to, I believe, is that Kent Sam out there?
That's Kent Sam, yes.
Forward towards Bino. All the way back with Bowen. Now into, that looks like Passion there. Now forward towards, over on the right-hand side, come the Ducks United, but unable to make much headway as it's with Ariel Fleming. So tussling in the midfield, that Trigums will win. Ariel driving forward. Ball inside. Randy tries to flick it on towards Burton. Now it's with Fu. Fu to Jarvis.
But if you can see, the Ducks United, they're not looking as fluid and as crisp as compared to their last match when they would have played the Eagles Claw, possibly a much better organized side in the Uprising team. They've having some challenge in trying to really string their passes together.
Here come the Ducks United. It was Sylvanus who was breaking. And of course, you know that the man missing for the Ducks United is Jonathan Gishard. So it looks like they've moved Sylvanus James up top as the ball out wide. Chance to break and pace come the Ducks United. Ball comes across. Great challenge there. Matthew Brown got down very well.
Yes, the wily Matthew Brown, the veteran there, and really defending well. One of the players who would have assisted the national team in times past, really doing a good job there and cutting that one out because Murray was really breaking fast.
It's the Ducks United again picking up possession with Bino, Jermaine Ricketts. Goes to Sylvanus. Now Mata chips it forward, looking for Stewie, but I think that's Antoine Leroy who was in goal there. Is that that's Darian Carty, sorry.
Yes.
And I was going to mention the man missing for the Uprising is Kimani Hodge.
Yes.
Who just started centre back, and that allows for Matthew Brown to push into midfield. But with Kimani being out, Matthew has had to slot in at centre back.
Yes, and so we're seeing Johnny walking into the stand, so maybe he's just carrying a niggle or of some sort. Maybe he has got in late. We see in the person of Steve Austin, that Smiles, better known as Smiles.
Is he just walking the stadium as well?
Yes.
So we're seeing a couple debutants, a couple guys making their first start for the Ducks. And that's O'Donoghue, I believe, down there.
O'Donoghue,
making his first
yes,
start.
yes.
Coming over from the Kicks United. As well as the aforementioned Masimbo Bowen. It's a brilliant ball forward towards Sylvanus. Sylvanus breaking at speed. Sylvanus tries to cut it inside and blocked by Thompson. That's out for a corner.
Yes, good work there by Thompson. Sylvanus is a very pacey type player, and he was just easing in it, looking to cross. But Thompson really getting back and getting his body into that pass and was able to block it for a corner kick.
Corner kick comes in over the head of Gagliano and cleared now partially. And pressure being applied, but he turns and can only clear to the edge of the area where the Uprising can break forward. Chance to hit on the counter, but that's wily defense being played there by Mata. Now O'Donoghue's going to find Bino. Bino with some brilliant skill there. Turns and he's going to find Mata. Mata gets past the man rather easily. And he tried to go towards, it looked like Miguel, but it's back with Mata. Mata finds Gagliano with turns, has a shot on goal, and Carty is going to watch this one sail over his goal for a goal kick.
Danny getting his first shot on goal. And we've seen some good footwork there by Dino, and an errant pass there by the, usually positive passing Matter, but the Uprising giving the ball back. And we've seen an infringement there on the Uprising. That looks like, is that... what's his name? Their number 29 in the person of Alexander Nathaniel. We call him
Ramos.
Ramos, yes. That's the name I was searching for Ramos.
It's going to be a free kick to the Ducks United. Miguel puts a good ball in. Darian is going to come over and collect.
Yeah. Equal to the task was Darian. And now in his first encounter, he got scored on very early by the Spartans.
The man Devante Rose caught him out after the ball over the top from Thomas George. He seemed to come, but he was a bit hesitant. Then he also committed the infringement where he came out of his box that could have been a red but ended up being a yellow.
This man, that was the player there in Mata is with you. Ball to Dino, finds James. He has a shot and goal. And easy pickings there for keeper Darian in goal. No damage.
So it's Darian Carty for the Uprising as we enter the 12th minute of play. It's still goalless, and it's Basimba Bowen. Only as far as the man Dion Burton, but here comes Bino breaking forward at speed. That's a good challenge by the man Jalen. Only as far as Miguel. Ball through looking for Stewie. I almost found him as well. Bino. A curling effort comes in, and Matthew deals with the danger. Out of touch, that's a throw-in to the Ducks United.
So just under a little bit of pressure there. We've seen, is that Matthew there talking, just complaining a little bit. But Arden Hodge is having none of it. It's going to be a throw-in to the Ducks United.
Throw comes in. Sylvanus tries to chip it inside, but picked up by Fu. Fu to Ramos. Ramos to Jarvis. And Jarvis has a foul committed against him by Mata. That's a free kick to the Uprising.
So just getting a little bit of handle on things is the Ducks United, as opposed to the early portions of the match. They probably maybe just got their first win, and they're looking to really string some passes together.
It's O'Donoghue. Boots it high. Sylvanus. Cleared by Rashad, only as far as Miguel, but Jarvis wins it. Plays it through. Was looking for Burton, but a good step in by, I think that's Kent Sam, allows the Ducks to break. Miguel to Bino. The ball over the top, looking for Stewie, but Ariel is fast, and it's out for a corner.
Good true pass there by Dino, but if you realize, Burton is saying, you passed it to my back, that should have gone to the front of me. And that would have been an interesting one had he really connected and passing the ball as he should have. But it's the Ducks United. They are with a corner kick on the far left side of the attacking third.
Corner comes in. Picked up by Matthew Brown. Now a chance for them to break. It's Rennie, but doesn't have the pace he used to back in his younger days. Bino, is going to find Miguel. Miguel has a shot. Ooh, that wasn't too far away.
Wow, and that was really an excellent attempt there by Miguel Abrams. He is coming off of a really good match and seems to be in the peak of form so far in this older portion of the season. The Uprising can ill afford to give him all that space just outside of the area because he strikes the ball and strikes it very well.
We can see Smiles is going over towards the Ducks United bench area. Well, it's a free kick to the Uprising. Into the 15th minute of play. Still goalless. We've had a couple shots. I don't think any keeper has been forced into any major action thus far. Booted forward towards Stewie. But cut out by, that's Trey, I believe. Jarvis. Out wide to Fu. Fu to Burton. Burton looks to chop back. Does so well, but O'Donoghue with a great challenge.
Yes, and that could have easily been some serious trouble there for the Ducks United. But they've got a test on their hands here this afternoon. It's not as easy as their first match. By now, they probably would have been maybe 2 goals, 3 goals up.
This will certainly be a much more challenging game than they had in their previous encounter. And it will be even more challenging without their talisman, Jonathan Gishard.
Yes. Nicely done there. Nicely shielded there by McIntyre, the captain for the Ducks United. It's going to be Ken Sam with the goal kick.
Taken quickly out wide to Passion. Passion finds Mata. Bino. Those two have a telepathic connection, seemingly. And it's inside. It's looking for Bino. And that's a brilliant challenge there. Because Sylvanus had laid it off. And Bino was charging in at speed. Jarvis. Ramos dummies. It'll find Fu. Fu finds Rashad. Forward towards Dion Burton. Burton tries to get inside, but that's good strength being shown, but illegal strength being shown by Masimba Bowen.
And Masimba Bowen he's a physical structure, a tall defender as well. But I think Burton is more on the nippy side of things, more probably a little bit more skillful and almost getting to there. And he had to put that big bally figure in the way to prevent him from getting through.
Well, Smiles has immediately been sent to warm up by Coach Ben. It's Rennie on the free kick, and a referee says you have to wait.
And if you notice, Matt, the Ramos himself, he usually plays possibly right or left back, but if you notice, he's playing in a defensive midfield role, and it appears as though he has been given the task to mark the player in Sylvanus James. And like you quite rightly mentioned there, it was a desperate lunge to really to poke that ball from the onrushing Dino.
It's O'Donoghue back with Bowen, Mata, Bino. Again, telepathic between those two. Ball forward. It's going to find Stewie. Good touch by Stewie as well. Stewie goes back to Passion. It's Passion. Back with Stewie. Now Mata. Mata finds Gagliano. Danny Gagliano goes back to Passion. Mata has it nicked off him by Rene as the ball over the top comes towards Sylvanus, and he wins the free kick.
Interesting one as well. But nicely defended over there by Trey. Nicely defended by Trey, not allowing Stewie, the speedy Stewie, to rush in on, causing him to go back to Passion. But in the meantime, they've gotten another free kick in, not as central as they would have liked, but nevertheless still it can be a very dangerous position as well with the free kickers that they have. And so the goalkeeper in Darren will definitely need to make sure he cover the angles. You can see there's a wide angle to his right side. It's pretty much far over.
Kent Sam. No, it'll be Sylvanus James who chips this one in, and it's just over the bar.
Just over the bar, yes. And it was quite a huge space there, wide space on his right side, but no damage, no harm.
As far as ball over the top, looking for Sylvanus, and he's crowded out of room. Puts it back in, and Darren will collect.
Yes, and we've seen where the coach there and my good friend Guy Quad speaking to Mr. Harden Hodge, the official, who seems to appreciate maybe some of the comments that's been aid on the touchline in the coaching box. And so guy will definitely needs to be a little bit careful. These referees really don't make jokes. It's a nice play there by the man for number 4. He is Rene. He's getting onto it and it's got into the box, but not getting the power that he would have liked. But good move there on the part of the Uprising. Had the player there in Rene had just a little bit more speed, he probably could have been in on goal and having a much better connection of a shot. But it's the Ducks United coming away with it again. Here is Miguel Abrahams. Miguel Abrahams dribbling, but he's hounded there by Yariel, and in the end a shot from Danny, and Darian in goal collects. We're into the 22nd minute of play. Headed away there by defender Ken Sam, only to the number 4 player there in Stefan. Here is Stefan again, number 4. Looks up. Ramos. Hodge. Brown clearing, but cut out there by that's Stewie. Murray. Squares back to Abraham. Abraham. But is cut out there again by Matthew. Really doing yeoman service at the back there. Here is a flick pass there, back pass there to Trey, but he gives it away. Could have probably held it up just a little bit, just to get some more support. Electing to chip it over. But Burton, he is been faced by some 3 defenders. Not certain how much of a damage he would have done if he would have gotten that one. Here is Uprising, looking a little bit more purposeful. And one there by Mata. Mata putting to Silvana. Silva just trying to get around Darian, but well collected there by the goalkeeper, coming out nicely and picking the boot of James. Again, the clearance. And this is Bowen shepherding and shielding for throwing. But one thing I've realized is that the Uprising, they're a little bit slow getting into the attacking third. And we'll want to certainly try to correct that. Here is Dino trying to find James, just so. And bundled off the ball there was Abraham, but collected nicely, and referee Harden calling the play back, and it's an infringement there just in the center circle. Still 0-0 into the 25th minute of play. If you have just joined us, we want to say good evening to you. It's Ducks United. Here is Abraham, blocked there by, is that Hodge, and it's going to be a throw-in there. Throw-in to the Ducks United, looking to unlock the goal of the Uprising team, but they've been met by some stout defending there from the defense of the Uprising. Here is the Ducks United coming through. It's with McIntyre. Finds, it's that Dino. Dino turns, dribbles, and trying to force the play, but referee says foul. I didn't really see that one, but
it says a push.
Mr. Harden Hodge is in the perfect position, so, and he's making the call.
He said there's a push in the back.
Yeah, so it's
still 0-0. That's one.
Yeah, still 0-0 here into the 26th minute of play. Ducks United versus the Uprising. Both of these teams would have won their first match in this encounter. and looking to really grab all 3 points here this afternoon.
Not only did they win their first 2 matches, but they're 1 and 2 in the table.
Yes.
But looking back on the replay for that one.
So it's just thrown on the far end, left side attack of the Ducks United.
I think he called it for an original push by Bino rather than the push before the pass itself. So good call by Harding.
You see throw taken. The players fighting there for it.
Bino. O'Donoghue. Loose touch. Picked up by Rennie, but out for a throw.
Good idea by Rennie, but actually not enough acres of space to pull it off.
Sylvanus pulls the trigger, but it's wide of the target.
Yes, so none of these teams has been able to really get into any serious opportunities as yet.
Goal kick taken by Darian. Now Bino finds O'Donoghue. Looking for Danny, but it's back in the defense with Bowen. Mata. Bino. Turns well does Bino. Driving inside. Looking forward towards Sylvanus. It's going to find Sylvanus. Has a powerful shot. And it's just wide.
And that is some terrible defending there by Trey. It almost looked as if he was running out of the way. As this is saying, no, I don't want to get hit at all. Actually ease himself out of the pass and allow Sylvanus to have a go at goal, almost breaking the deadlock. But I'm seeing something here, Doc, that the Uprising, they are playing defensive, which is good. But when the ball is being pushed forward, they are not getting out as quickly as they need to be. And they can actually found themselves wanting here, especially on the attack. The lone striker is Burton, and he is being hounded by 3 defenders. I'm not too sure how much he'll be able to do with them.
It's going to be Mata driving forward. Now out wide with Passion. Passion finds Stewie. Stewie chips it inside. And it can be cleared now by Rennie, only as far as Mata. Mata takes a touch forward. Bino. Miguel. Looking for space is Miguel. Tries to get inside towards Sylvanus, but it's cut out by Rashad out for a throw-in.
Yes, they're going to certainly need to try to attack and cause the Ducks United to think a little bit and to start to play. It's getting too easy for them in midfield and at the back.
Bino with a no-look pass to Passion. Back to Bino. Back to Passion. Over to Stewie. Stewie. Back out wide with a good one-touch pass by, it looked like Sylvanus. Now, Bino. Over the top. Good touch by Passion. Trying to get inside his Passion as he boots it high. Header comes in. It was going for an acrobatic effort there, and the whistle stopped him just in time.
Certainly an infringement. But for whatever reason, not too sure whether that's been given by the coach Gaikwad since he lay down on the touchline, but very, very defensive. You can only soak up so much pressure.
Yes, Coach Guy down there for the Uprising. Seems to be playing rather defensive and leaving Dion Burton very isolated up top by himself as it's Sylvanus. Oh, that's a crunching challenge. Well done there by... Ooh, it's given as a foul.
Well,
it looked like a clean challenge by Ashan, but it's a foul on the free kick. Again, he has the referee has a better vantage point than we do.
I don't think I saw the flag go up. Did I saw the flag go up?
The flag went
I
up.
saw it. So it's an interesting one. No card. But they will certainly need to at least try to see if they can get away from this free kick. It's in a dangerous one with the left foot of Dino.
But it's headed by Trey. As a shot comes in, it's wide of the target once again.
Yes, they started off, the Uprising started off nicely, pressing forward, getting some opportunities and pushing further forward, but they have gone way back in their shell. Look at it. Dion brought the number 26 striker, 3 defenders.
He's a lone man in the opposing half. Of course, on the foul, a good touch by Danny, but only as far as Rashad.
Again.
Just booted upfield, but Dion Burton is fast. And he's up against O'Donoghue, and that's a push in the back.
Yeah.
Well, that was a signal by a referee, assistant referee Hilton, but it's going to be a goal kick.
And he's fast, and he almost picked the pocket of the player there.
You can see Burton still in conversation with the AR here on the near side. Ball forward. Miguel, it looks like, trying to travel with a missed touch. Inside, Bino is looking towards Sylvanus, but Bowen is going to. There's Burton now driving forward, has one man to beat. He's cleared out, and this is a big decision because he was the last man, and it's going to be a yellow. Kent Sam was the last man, and referee Harding says that's a yellow card.
Oh yes, had he. Wow, I think if he was more central.
The only thing preventing a red card is that it may not have been a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Yes, I think he got away there. And that should be a lesson for the Uprising team as well, to suggest to them that maybe we need to push a little bit more forward so that we can put some pressure on the not so speedy defense of the Ducks United.
They're very physical defense, but they don't have the speed. Those Ken Sam and Masimba Bowen, 2 very physically imposing players. But it's Rennie over this free kick, as well as Ramos, but Rennie takes it. It's a good free kick, and Darius is a bit concerned for a little bit.
It's a good free kick, and I saw last night as I was listening to your commentary where the player there in Caleb took a brilliantly taken free kick for a moment to have an easy tap in there. We were looking for one just a while ago, but Rennie elected to go at goal.
It's a chop turn there by Sylvanus, looking to send Danny through and running, but Trey read that one well. It's Rashad now to Fu. But Fu gives it away, only as far as Bino trying to get inside. But it's cut out and picked up once again by Fu. Fu driving. He looked for a pass out wide towards A area, but it was rather poor, in fact. Here come the Ducks United with Stewie, it looks like, on the far side. Tries to turn back, but turns into no man's land and picked up now by Jarvis. Jarvis Jones gives it away. Mata to Bino. Bino turns. He was looking for Gagliano. Picked up now a crunching challenge there by Matthew Brown, but a crucial challenge.
Again, it's not getting.
Darius controls and miscontrols, and that was almost a moment of great concern.
But I'm not too sure what the Uprising is doing.
Burton is
is
lone
pressuring.
soldier. He's a lone soldier up there. It's going to be the Ducks United with Miguel. To Danny Gagliano going for a shot. This one is blocked, and a miscontrol by Rennie. Apparently came off the hand, but No call. And finally, I think the call will come on this one is for the complaining by, what is it, Bino? Yes, I do believe this is going to be the card for Bino's complaints.
Well, Dino probably might need to um, visit the rule book because the new rule states for certain handball what the call should be, and I think that was one of those occasions as well. Possibly he's not aware of that, but referee Harden Hodge certainly on tab and not having any of that at all, not having any dissent, making sure that they are making sure that they on the par with the calls, as we would see. But here is the uprising. Ball chipped over, trying to find Yarrell. Is he going to get
Yarrell puts the ball in, and the header went the wrong way. Still not gone yet. Volley comes in. It's about 5 miles over the goal. That's going to be a goal kick.
For a shot man to be kicking so high, kicking it way over the bar tray, certainly not the appropriate technique for that one. But was there uprising, just putting on a little pressure. And we see an infringement there. Dino is saying can't complain too much now because he has been given a yellow card already and not complaining much. I think one of the problems that the Ducks might be having with the starting of Danny is that he's not one of those pacey type players. And so those two balls and those two passes and that quick sprint on towards those two passes certainly won't work for him.
But I do think that if Smells was to come on, that would be the man he replaces, and they may look to move either Stewie or Sylvana centrally. And Smells will go over, of course, onto the wing.
Yes, certainly.
Those are just things for Coach Ben to think about as it's headed long by Mata. And heads going up, and Ashawn allows for keeper Darian to collect, but Matthew Brown is down, and I think it's a head injury,
Possibly
and those are
injury.
never good.
Yes, possibly. Football can be really sweet, entertaining, enticing sport, but on the other hand, can get very physical as well. But Matthew is one of those very tough cookies as well, and seems to just about be shaking it off. He's sitting, probably maybe just getting a little bit of the cold spray, or maybe just some water on that knock. But yeah, at times it can get very physical, sometimes unfortunately. But as we will say, I'll play any day. Still 0-0 here. We are heading into the 49th minute of play, and it's Ducks United versus the Uprising Ducks. If you have just joined us in the regular gold and blue strips, the Uprising, they would have changed their strip from last match. They are playing in the gray and black.
Ball in the arms of Darian Carty. And after speaking to the one of the referees about one of the calls that was made last night in regards to the decision by Hilton to award the drop ball to the defender rather than the attacker in a tussle for the ball. There was an argument me and Millington were having, but it ends up being that neither of us were correct. If it's a tussle in the penalty area and it's a drop ball restart, the ball should go to the goalkeeper.
Okay. Yes, trying to listen. I was listening at the same time while you all were trying to differentiate and to realize where it should have gone and who should have gotten it. But this is Ramos who has it now for the Uprising.
Ramos out wide to Yariel. Yariel cutting inside. Just 3 real attacking options for the Uprising right now. It's Jarvis Jones, who's dispossessed. Here comes Bino, trying to feed it forward to Sylvanus. Sylvanus breaking away at speed. Sylvanus has an early shot. It looked like it was coming with a lot more power than it actually did.
He's trying to really go far side, and Jarvis really needs to be aware that he's not out there playing by himself or not playing with little children. He's just he's not as sharp as he would like to be. I know when I spoke to him the last time, he says he was carrying a little niggle and maybe not quite up to speed as yet, but certainly needs to be aware of his surroundings, looking over his shoulders.
Darian boots it forward. Kent Sam. And it was a risky pass, but picked up now by Bowen. Lantern completely misses.
Terrible, all it is ends up. Almost looked comical. It was Ken Sam who passes it to Yariel. Bowen winning it back and trying to at least pass it back to the keeper, almost as if he had a shot at goal. Lantern, for all his worth, trying to clear, but misses, missing everything. And it's the corner kick. I think it's the first for the Uprising. And
so.
At the 43rd minute of play, still 0-0.
And would it not just be football for the Uprising to score from a corner after sitting back in their own half all game? Ball comes in, header is cleared only as far as a man who goes down. It was, I think, Ramos was tearing after that one.
It
was
looks
a
like
fool.
Rennie in.
But Rennie I think it's Rennie who's the man down.
Well, the referee is spotted an infringement. So is he going to be? Is it going to be a drop ball?
Should
okay.
Be a drop ball, but
yes,
if it's a drop ball, it should be an Uprising drop ball.
Yeah, Uprising, yes, certainly.
It will be an Uprising drop ball. Rennie takes it down. Out wide to Yariel. Yariel going for an audacious attempt, and it's well wide of the target.
Well, I can say if the referee was dropping that ball to me like ready, I certainly would have gotten a shot off on goal before anyone could at least challenge, but he didn't.
It's Miguel. Passing to pretty much an empty space. Here's Jarvis Jones, who finds Trey. Trey boots it forward. Headed clear and picked up now by the Ducks United. Bino. Long ball forward towards Gagliano, but Rashad got a foot in there and sought for a throw.
Yeah, certainly Danny acknowledging the pass, but don't really have the foot speed really to get beyond Thomas.
Picked up now by O'Donoghue. Back with Bino. Puts in a good ball. Header going up. Ashan got a vital touch.
Yes, and
now another man is down.
Possibly getting a touch of Sylvanus as well. So, as we wind our way down to the end of this first half, it's been a keenly contested match so far. Ebbs and flowed for both teams. Just like the latter, we've seen where the Uprising has getting just a bit more possession into the attacking third. Just gone off the boil a bit is the Ducks United. They'll be looking to see if they can finish strong as we see a minute of stoppage time.
Mata. Bino. Miguel chips it forward towards Sylvanus, whose signal is offside.
Yes, his signal is certainly in an offside position.
I see a couple of the Eagle Claw players making their way into the stadium, of course. They'll be coming up at 7:30, the Eagle Claw, taking on the Roaring Lions.
Yes, and they themselves are going to be certainly looking to put on a better showing in terms of the organization here this evening. Because Was certainly manhandled by the Ducks United, who are at the moment playing.
Rashad booted forward. O'Donoghue will let this one run all the way through to Kent Sam. And that's going to be it for the first half here. And with neither team really gaining a foothold in this one, it's going to remain 0-0.
Yes, 0-0, and both teams, more so maybe the Ducks United, might not be as happy as they would have liked, but I'm certainly sure that the Uprising and the coaching staff will feel like they have done a good job so far, and they will be looking to see how best they can create and work their way in getting 3 points here this evening. The Ducks United certainly would have other ideas in hand and looking to make sure that they continue on their winning ways. We are happy that you would have joined us, and we're looking forward to being with you again in the next 10-15 minutes when we will bring you the second half of this exciting encounter. Until then, we take you back to Master Control until 10 minutes time. So yes, welcome back. We're just about to kickstart the second 45 minutes of this encounter here this afternoon, this evening at the Raymond's Igishad Stadium. And there goes the whistle of Mr. Harden. It's the Ducks United versus the Uprising, still 0-0 as we head into what certainly is going to be an interesting second half. Doc, welcome back.
Yes, and still awaiting the first goal and probably the first clear-cut chance as Mata looks to turn and wins a free kick. We haven't seen too many clear-cut opportunities at goal for either side. And I must say it's not been as an intense a game as we've seen previously throughout this AFL. Of course, the Ducks are a very patient team. They like to possess the ball. As Miguel tries to drive it forward and gets it wrong. Here come the Uprising, but O'Donoghue will pick this one up. And again, you can see immediately Burton is very isolated up front.
Yes, again, going back defensively.
Chance to drive, ball through. It's going to find the Ducks United. He has a shot on goal, and Darian will collect.
Easy pickings for Darian, right in position, collecting nicely. But it's Ducks trying to just move the needle just a little bit to break the deadlock.
They seem to have made just the one adjustment as Sylvanus has gone over to the right and Stewie is playing over on the left-hand side. It's Mata. Tree boots it forward. And that's a whistle for an offside, I believe, against Dion Burton. Driving forward is Miguel, but running out of real estate and running into the Uprising defensive line.
Ramos will certainly need to be careful with those challenges as well, because he certainly won't want to pick up a red card.
So we know him as a fullback. Usually plays at right or left back. Played many seasons for the Kicks United as well as for the Diamonds FC. The man Ramos. Here's the aforementioned Ramos. Over to Rashad. Rashad also be known as a goalkeeper. He's been in the nets a couple of times for a couple of seasons for the Uprising. But he's been playing at right back as of late.
If the Uprising are going to sit back so far in their half, they should not allow the Ducks United to get all that position as well in the half.
Miguel, who is taking down by Matthew Brown. That's a risky challenge. Referee says get up. Well, that looked like a risky challenge, but referee Harding says get up. We'll have to see the replay on that one there.
Well, there was a touch, but I think he
went
tried to sell it just a little bit. Yeah, trying to sell it there for, but Harden having none of that. You can see where he just dove a little bit, and Harden was right on the spot, not having any of that one at all.
I think Matthew's on a yellow card as well, so and I think Harden knows that if he gave the foul, he would have had to give the second yellow.
Yes.
Corner comes in, Darian collects, but it went behind the goal. In fact, it's going to be a goal kick. And looking at the replay, there was a bit of contact.
Yeah, just a bit, but he
It was because of how easily Miguel went down as he sends the ball through, and a crucial touch there by Matthew Brown. Here's Trigums. Trey finds Rennie, and it's given away. Picked up by Mata. Over to Bino. Turns out Wyden will find O'Donoghue. Stewie. O'Donoghue. Looking inside And the man, Daniel Gagliano, heads it forward towards Sylvanus. That's a crucial header there. Out of touch for a throw-in.
Yeah, Matthew really reading well from central defense there. Right on the ball, heading it away and clearing, making sure he avoid all the danger. Is a quick throw taken by the Ducks United.
Ball comes in. It's cleared now, and we'll find, looks like Fu. Fu trying to get down the outside. And we'll just out-muscle the man, Passion. Fu to Rennie. Rennie looking back towards Fu, and now just booting it forward, and O'Donoghue can pick it up. Miguel finds Mata. Mata to Gagliano. Looking for the reverse pass forward towards Sylvanus, but it's now with Fu. As you can see, Smiles, he'll be making his way onto the field of play momentarily.
Again, well, similar play there from is that Rennie trying to pull a Miguel, and the referee Harden Hodge right on the spot. I'm certainly sure that Miguel would have said, well, how come you blow that one and you didn't blow the one there? So it's a free kick to the Ducks United, quickly taken there by Ricketts.
It's back with Jermaine Bino Ricketts. Gagliano trying to be a bit cheeky to find Miguel. Now it's with Passion. Mata. Ball forward. And it's a missed touch there by Yariel. And a crucial challenge by Matthew Brown. Once again, he's not afraid to slide in. That's going to be a corner kick.
Not sure Yariel finding himself in an unfamiliar position, trying to clear, missing everything, and could have almost caused a bit of bother there for the Uprising defense and the goalkeeper Darian, but they've given away a corner. And certainly looking to defend this now.
Ricketts puts in the ball to the near post as it's cleared now. Renee will look to pick this one up. Renee gets inside. Looks for Jarvis. Picked up now by Ricketts. Chops back. Ricketts to Sylvanus. Sylvanus will turn and feed it out wide to Stewie. Stewie takes it down. That's good one-touch play. Miguel trying to drive through, and again Matthew is there. But given away by Trey. And Passion will find Bino. Looking for spaces, Bino, but too much time on the ball. And it's Rennie. Looking forward towards the very fast Dion Burton. And that's clumsy defending. Very clumsy defending, but he wins a free kick.
I think Burton, I think, bailed out there somewhat. And Burton is saying he was upended there.
It's going to be with Mata. Mata to Miguel. Miguel driving. Miguel onto his right foot. That's a handball. I think that's going to be a handball. I think it's a handball. Is it a handball?
Wow.
I think it might just be. It looked like Ramos slipped and his hand landed on the ball.
Quite unfortunate. Really, well, he's saying
it's going to be an indirect free kick.
Yeah, quite unfortunate there because he actually fell and he did not have any control at all over the hands and falling. But it was some really good work there from Abrams, shifting both left and right and almost getting through. One thing I must commend the referee Harding Harjan. He definitely knows the rules of the game. Yes, certainly someone else might have said, all right, penalty.
Nope.
Yeah.
Indirect free kick.
And that would have been very, very harsh. But still in a dangerous position. We've got the left foot of Ricketts. Miguel as well strikes them very well centrally.
I think we saw Miguel score a free kick in the last encounter. It's going to be Ricketts and Miguel, both around this one. Referee Harding tells the wall, take a couple steps back, please.
Which side Darian is going to block now? Because this could go. Not sure. He seems as though he's behind. Is he behind the wall?
It's Albino who puts it inches wide.
Wow. That's a powerfully struck free kick, but wide. Had that been on target, it would have been some trouble for Darian to keep that one out. But Uprising lives to fight another day.
Darian Carty. Goal kick. Headers won by Mata. As finally we're going to see, looks like Smiles will be making his way onto the field of play. He was getting instructions a while ago from Coach Ben, but I think he had a problem with what he had on his head because he'd been forced to take that one off the do-rag, I believe. It's Trey comes with a free kick. Boots it long to particularly no one. And
but why isn't Fu running onto the ball? As if to say, well, okay, you can't get that. Let me just get back into
defensive shape. Well, here
not
comes
good, not good football at all.
Manny Hodge. And being a centre back by trade, I think it will allow for Matthew Brown to push them to midfield, or would they go to a back five? It'll be interesting to see.
Matthew has been having a really good game there.
At the back, yes. Playing as the last back. As Miguel looks to send Sylvanus running, but Trey Gums gets the crucial touch.
Yes, well, we're there by Trey. This time he was equal to the task. Not sure whether or not he will want to adjust Matthew on the top. Danny would be your day.
Number 18 in Smells, and as we suspected, it'll be for the man Daniel Gagliano.
Yeah.
So Smells will probably go onto the wing, and I think Sylvanus will move inside. I think that's what preempted the switch earlier with Stewie playing on the left wing and Sylvanus on the right wing. So that will be an easier shift for Sylvanus to move inside and Smells to move on to the right wing.
Certainly. And with the pace of Fu just now as he's accelerating up the line, I'm not too sure why isn't he not pushing a little bit further forward. So at least almost careless there by Rene, but bailed out by Trey.
I think I might have to question Trey's accuracy in these long balls because he's been playing them into pretty much no man's land. As you can see, Mata ran out of real estate.
Yes, they need to at least try to get further forward and cause the doctor to be thinking just a little bit.
Ball over the top by Fu. Was looking for Rene, but Mata will pick it up. Mata into Bino. Bino boots it forward. He's going to find the fresh Smiles, the speedy Smiles on the byline, wins a corner.
Yes, smartly was confronted there by two players and smartly just kicking it off the shin of Ashan Hodge to pick up a corner and heading into the 68th minute of play. Still 0-0.
Corner kick taken. And this one is not cleared. Still in the box. Now it will fall to... And I think the referee is going over to have a conversation with his AR as to the possibility of a handball offense. Well, this will be interesting to see what the call is. And is going to call back for the ball. And it's a drop ball with the goalkeeper. So, no offense. Restart will be a drop ball. Carty boots it forward. Controlled by Dion Burton. Trying to send Fu running. But Fu
just not getting the pass as he would have liked. But had he connected, that might have been an interesting one for the defense there for Ducks United.
So it will be Rashad and Jalen, who will be replaced by Kimani Hodge.
And he has had a pretty okay game so far too,
And
as
the thing
well.
is, I think he may get a card because I know Harden. He's very strict about that. I think he'll give him a warning this time. You cannot come onto the field of play until the player being replaced has crossed.
Oh, let's see if he'll be able to hold. Is that Murray on that side? Because
but I think he's gone into the center,
and Ramos
has gone over to the right. So that means Ashan, or is it a back three? It looks like a back three. They've gone to a back five, so they're shutting up shop basically.
Oh.
They've gone to a back five with Ramos on the right wing back, Kimani, Ashan, and Matthew in the center, and Trey at left wing back. So they're trying to shut up shop, and immediately Kimani commits a foul.
But I don't think that's good strategy there. If that's what Guy Quad is working on, I'm certainly sure. In my conversation with him, I'll certainly pose the question. He might have other ideas, but you certainly won't want to be defending. This all is still in the game. We still have.
I don't think you can shut up shop for 30 minutes.
Yes, still have almost, 3/4 of a half to go, and
he's now bringing on an attacker. It looks like him, Danny Derrick. Free kick comes in as it's over the bar.
Because in all honesty, I thought the back four, they held themselves very well, held their shape as well, and was able to thwart the unrushing attack from the team there, the Ducks United.
So it would be a hope that possibly they may be pulling one of their defenders for Danny Derrick and going back to that back four formation.
So again, not the speed that you would want to have going further forward. And so the Ducks United players, the defenders especially, they're having an easier time at the back other than when they are challenged. We have not seen much of Yariel into the game at all.
Yes, he's been held pretty silent, and that's a poor pass by, looks like Jarvis Jones.
Giving it away, yes.
And this is substitution being made. It'll be interesting because Guy is a very tactical man, as Danny Derrick will be coming onto the field of play.
Well, yeah, I think that's a fitting substitute.
Yariel, he had a poor game today, I must say. Yariel Fleming. And Danny Derrick, who started the previous encounter, he'll be probably moving over to the wing.
And Denny has good has a good motor on him as well, and certainly will be putting in the work, both going forward and back.
He did score in the last match as well.
Actually, I think it's a goal of the season so far, even though it's early.
It's a very audacious effort, and Mata bolts it out towards O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue to Stewie. Stewie has Ramos for company. Stewie inside to Bino. Now O'Donoghue. Back with Bino. Bino gets past one. Sends it forward, and a risky control, going down on his haunches to pick that one up. And it's given away. It's Smiles down the line towards, I think is that Miguel? It's going to be a corner.
Looks like the man Passion this
Passion,
time, yes. It was a good one too, but
I like the technical battle between these two veteran coaches and Guy and Ben. With Guy going to the back five, I think Ben has given his fullbacks more freedom to roam, allowing both Passion as well as O'Donoghue to push further forward to try and overload the fullbacks. Corner taken. Good ball in to the back post. He didn't take the first time shot and it's taken off his boot.
Yes.
And Ben is holding his hands up, trying to wonder why he just didn't take the first time shot.
But what Guy has done very well is that he has organized and slotted the right pieces into the right areas to really stem the tide and to cause especially the front runners of the Ducks United to think a little bit. They're not getting any freebies. They have been challenged at every position.
That's going to be a free kick, and from what I'm seeing, it looks like Kimani Hodge is brought on specifically to man Mark Sylvanus. He's not let Sylvanus have a moment to breathe from the time he's come onto the pitch.
Certainly it's going to take some brilliance from these two teams. We know that the Duck has got quite a number of tacticians and magicians with regards to playing the football, the likes of Mata, Sylvanus, Ricketts, Abraham.
Good ball in to the back post, but no one was there, and Trace somehow managed to boot that one backwards and out for a corner.
And if he was of the presence of mind, he would have noticed that I'm here all alone.
He was the only
Let
man
me just
there.
leave that. Yes.
Ricketts again. This one a much more tame corner. But it's out wide. Smells with the ball in. Picked up by Fu. Trying to send Bowen running, but Burton running, but it's Lanton. Now Masimba Bowen. Passion. Passion turns and finds Smiles. Back to Passion. Passion looking forward towards, that's Ricketts, but picked up now by Trey. Now Jarvis. Spins, finds Matthew Brown over to Kimani Hodge, who takes a good touch forward and looks to send Burton running. Out wide, it's the Uprising, putting it forward towards Dion Burton. Burton turns, has what Johnson calls a powder puff shot, and Lanton will collect.
Certainly a powder puff shot. He will want to be a lot more closer to goal in order to effect something from the keeper. But good shielding there by Jarvis Jones, and good playing there. But I still think that the
Trey wins it high up the field. And again, Trey's radar has been all off today.
It's just some terrible passing there by Trey. I don't even think he had really needed to pass that one, but it's the Uprising coming over with it again.
Rennie. Now Jarvis. Out wide to Ramos. Now Derek. Back to Ramos. Now all the way back with Jarvis Jones. Kimani, who gives it away straight to the Ducks United. Sends it out wide to Stewie. Stewie tries to get this one inside, and Matthew Brown will clear. Ball is it out wide, unless far as Passion. And Smiles is looking to chest that one inside. As we can see, the Roaring Lions making their way over to the warm-up area. It's going to be 70 minutes played here. Just the 20 minutes left plus added time. Still yet to see an opening goal. But it's Smiles. Smiles to Bino. Sorry, yes, it is Bino who turns well. Breaks up the roulette as well. Goes down, wins a free kick.
And I saw that from here. I saw that move from here, and none of the players picked it up. None of the players
Taken
picked it up.
quickly, smiles down the byline, whips the ball in, ball comes across. It was unable to put the finishing touches on that one.
And you see, look, I don't think that's good from Fu at all. Look at Fu. He went down, realized that his team is under pressure and might need the extra man. He up off his hunches and ready to go again.
Ball comes across. Header comes in, wide of the target.
You would think that he would still be down.
It's going to be Antoine Laurent making his way over to the fourth official's tent. I think he may have a problem with the black sleeves he's wearing. I'm not certain. He's been sent back over there. He's gone over quickly. So maybe for something. It's Rennie. Gives it away. Miguel. Stewie. Chips the ball in. That goes well behind the goal. And that's going to be a goal kick.
We're seeing the Lions warming up, but I'm not seeing the... that's Taj downstairs, so it appears as if the Eagles' claw is here.
Yes, they are. Yeah, I didn't see Baba going inside. I saw Dion Williams going inside. I saw Remy earlier. I'm yet to see them go out for the warm-up, but we do know that they still have just about an hour before kickoff.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be Fu, who will be making his way off, and replaced by Antoine Laurent.
Well, Fu's putting in a good shift. But if I was Fu, I would be saying there's no way Matthew could be playing Matthew Brown, and I'm off the field. But Matthew is a pretty tough cookie, I can tell you that. Matthew is really a tough nut to crack. Very physical, and they have held up very well here against a Ducks United team who really put in 11 goals against the Eagles Claw. And it's not that the Eagles Claw didn't have pretty good players as well, but they really did a number on the Eagles Claw here today.
Long shot comes in, but Darian collects.
Nicely taken there by goalkeeper Darian. Beautiful.
So it was on target, but Darian had pretty much no issue with it. And he boots it forward. Kent Sam wins the header. Only as far as Trey. Trey comes again, putting it forward, but Passion wins it. I don't know if Trey's completed a pass yet today. His radar has been all wrong. It's a matter. Tussling sends it forward, and Matthew Brown says, I'm taking no chances.
I think he's really trying to play it back to the goalkeeper, but not on the same page. And in the end, giving away a corner. We do hope that, hopefully this won't cost them.
It's Ricketts. Puts in a ball. Header is cleared only as far as... Ooh, there was a chance for a shot there. Yeah. But I think that was the man. Is that Matt or is that Sylvanus? Or Miguel?
Miguel, yes.
It's Miguel, yes. It was Miguel. But it was blocked out for another corner.
And as you can see, acknowledging that it was his error, Rennie putting the hand up, because certainly...
A bit casual there. Driven behind the goal by Bino and out for a
goal
kick.
That's Stewie.
Oh, Stewie.
Stewie says he's left-footed.
Stewie with the left.
Stewie says he's left-footed, but that sure doesn't look like a man who possesses a really good left foot. And Trey
scored a goal with his left foot in his life, I'm not sure. Chance to break through, and Darian spills but collects in the end.
Trey has been very careless with the football, especially playing from the back. He needs to be a lot better than
whatsoever
that.
Today.
Yes. Good control by Denny.
It's with Rennie putting it forward to the speedy Denny Derrick, but a missed touch and what's the call? It's a free kick, I believe, just outside the area. He won the ball, but it was a reckless challenge. And the referee Harding says, to the chagrin of all the Ducks United players, that's a free kick. And would it not just be football for the Uprising to score in a game they should have no business being in the lead of?
Yes.
They haven't had a shot on target, and it would be just the Ducks United luck for them to concede from a free kick.
Yes, well, it's going to be... That wouldn't happen to be number 45 who played for Police.
Well,
for the Eagles Claw.
The Eagle Claw, I think it might be.
No, it can't be.
I'm not sure.
It's as if he has eaten a cow or something like that, but he is. And no disrespect to the young man, but
you're not the first person who would have said that. I did see a comment by a former coach of his as a free kick comes in, driven in. This one is blocked. Let's see a former coach of his said that 43 looks more like 86.
certainly more like 86.
But it's going to be the Uprising who booted forward. A bit casual there by Ricketts, but the ever composed Ricketts boots a long ball over the top that Darian will collect.
And as he's been throwing his hands in the air, gesticulating as if it's to say, seems as though we are running out of time and running out of ideas. But the Uprising has been very careless with the football.
But looking to this Ducks United bench, I think a man they'll be keenly missing is the man Centeval Duke.
Yes, I'm in the stands sitting.
I think he may be injured, yes, Duke. He's been out for these 2 games, having transferred over from the Enforcers. And that's lazy, I must say, from Passion. So of course, I have to wonder what's happened to the man Mason, for another former Enforcers player.
I think he isn't he playing for the Eagles Claw?
I'm not certain. I'll have to see the Eagles Claw lineup.
I think I was told that he was. Oh no, I think I was told that he was slotted to play for the Attackers.
We'll have to wait and see.
I haven't seen him yet.
We have not seen Mason or Duke yet, the backbone of the Enforcers for a long period of time.
Well, Ben really uses his bench, so to speak. I don't know if he doesn't have the confidence in them to really withstand the pressure and to continue the drive and the force that the starting team usually has. We have seen so far for this match just the solitary substitute for Ducks United in the person of Steve Austin, aka Smiles.
Well, I think when guys like Duke and Gishard are healthy, we'll be seeing more than one sub being made. Of course, looking on the bench, you do have a bit of inexperience down there with guys like Malachi Gums and the young man and Jermaine Murray both being very young. But it's going to be another substitution made for the Uprising as the number 12 for them, and Andrew Alexander makes his way onto the field, replacing Rene.
Yes, so Rene has put in a shift, not as effective as for the last match, but did well.
Burton, another former Enforcers player.
Well, Burton it seems as though Burton has slat himself in midfield, is it?
And Andrew Alexander has gone up top. Alexander posted for the Uprising last season as well. Started a couple games for them in midfield, I believe. But it's with Ricketts, Mata, Alexander gives away a handball. That's a free kick.
Well, is it going to take the whole 90 minutes for the Ducks to break the deadlock, or will the Uprising team bend but don't break?
Well, it's going to be another defender making his way onto the field for the Uprising, as it looks like it's Adrian Cartier. As Laurent, he's fast. He's a very fast, is Antoine Laurent. But just a missed touch. But it looks like Adrian Cartier, another defender by trade, will be making his way onto the field of play. As it's Miguel. Miguel finding space for a shot is deflected. That's a brilliant save by Darian Carty, because Matthew Brown deflected it and he had to get back quickly to his right to Darian Carty, and he got down very quickly.
Yes, certainly. We have seen those on the international scene, seen them here on the local scene. That could have easily been the deadlock broken there, but splendidly and expertly done with the alertness just to know that, okay, I can't stand and look at it because some other keeper might have said, okay, that's going wide. But he, at full stretch, was able to pull off an excellent save to keep his team still in with a chance in the match. Yes, we are into the 82nd minute of play. Yes, with whatever injury time we might have.
I think I may want to hold back on this substitution depending on what the injury is or who the injury is to.
Certainly.
But I think it's Ramos the man down, and I have a sneaking suspicion that Ramos is the man they were looking to replace, seeing as Adrian is also a right back, and that's where Ramos was playing.
Yes, but in sports, in part, we've seen where been a lot of ebbs and flows for both teams. You might want to see, if you calculating possession-wise, though, Ducks United might have had the lion's share of the possessions already.
Corner comes in. Good ball in. It sneaked its way in. The Ducks United have broken the deadlock in the 82nd minute of play. It looks like it's that the big man Kent Sam who got up there for that one. And finally the Ducks United have been able to put one in the back of the net.
Yes, and these goals usually comes very, very hard. It was a corner kick off of that brilliant save that has broken the deadlock here and has broken the backs of the splendid stout defending of the Uprising team. They can't believe that, wow, at this time we have let one in. But, you know, could say kudos to the Ducks United for pressing and keeping on, pressing on for just that particular moment. The backs of the...
I'm not sure if it was Kent Summer, was it Masimba like Bowen who scored?
Is Masimba Bowen? I'm seeing it's... yes,
it may have been Bowen who went up there.
It looks like that.
Again, very difficult to see the shirt numbers with them being in red against the yellow and blue.
And I can tell you, he has pulled out some of those scoring from the...
a tussle there.
Yes, I've seen him done that, especially when he was playing for the Roaring Lions.
Also some do that for the Enforcers a couple of times. The man Masimba Bowen, again a veteran of the game, been around for quite a long time. He's been a stalwart at the back for multiple teams for multiple years.
I think the Ducks are just going to say, okay, well, we can just take the air out of this ball now. And but they're looking still to push further forward.
It's going to be a throw into the Uprising.
No, don't think that the Uprising can stay back any longer because
If you
they'll certainly
concede,
want to at least grab a point.
you can't sit back if you concede. They've already taken off one of their main goal threats in the man Fu. He's already been pulled. They don't know. As well as Rene. Again, their two main goal threats have both been pulled from the field along with Yariel. So they've pretty much pulled out of their goal scoring threat. As he's wrestled down this matter. The ever tenacious Dion Burton. Miguel. Bino. Miguel. Sends it through. Looking for Stewie. But it's touched out. It's going to be another corner.
It's going to be another corner kick, and that's where they would have conceded.
And I think you can see the big man Masimba blowing. He's lumbering his way up again. Looking to get his head on another one. Corner kick taken. Floated up again. Bowen going up again. But up and over his head this time.
Yes, he had good positioning, but this time not making the connection. And live to fight another day is the Uprising team now trailing by a goal to nil.
Well, it's Mata. Lays it off. Shot comes in. Darian collects.
Yes, Miguel trying to find that top right corner, but Darian equal to the task.
Mata. Looking for Bino, but picked up by Tree. Tree towards Antoine. But Passion over there to marshal this one out. Into the 80th minute of play. Just the one goal in this one. Scored in the 83rd minute off the head of the man, Masimba Bowen. As it's booted forward towards Bino, but Ashawn Hodge comes across rather quickly, and it's out of touch for a throw-in.
Well, certainly sure that the Ducks will say, well, a win is a win. Doesn't matter the number of goals scored.
The 3 points is all that matters.
Yes.
With them scoring 11 last week, they still would have a very large goal difference.
Yes. And I'm not too sure whether, not too sure whether we'll see that many goals score on either teams going forward.
Put it forward. Looking for and finding his intended target as well. But cleared out of touch for a throw to the Uprising.
Certainly as the tournament continues, these teams are going to get more match fit. They will certainly look a lot more sharp as opposed to we're into the second week of the new season.
Yes, and they will face each other again in the second round. Was the AFL 2022-2023 will be played in 2 rounds of each team playing each other once. So overall, each team will get to play each other twice before it separates into the Champions League and the D-League. Where I believe the top 5 will go into the Champions League and the bottom 6 go into the Developmental League. Kimani Hodge putting it forward. Now Derek, who goes for an audacious attempt that Darius Lanton will take his precious time to collect. Again, everything about Lanton is so unorthodox, but it just worked, and it has worked for a long time. And it's Sylvanus James breaking away at speed. Sylvanus gets inside. Referee says no penalty. It was a foot race between him and Kimani Hodge, I believe, and The defense stood up strong.
Yeah, they've defended very, very well. And they do really deserve a point out of this game, but just at that moment, um,
They did go out of touch, as was signaled by the AR and Tashem Fleming. But it's going to be, we're into added time. It'll be 3 minutes.
Yes.
3 minutes, the added time signaled. Throw into the Uprising. Can they grab an equalizer? They won't have a chance to do so just yet. As they're breaking forward at speed. It was Stu, I believe. But he lost out. Here come the Uprising. Referee Harding blows it back.
Someone is going to get a card.
Card someone. Will it be goalkeeper Darius Lanton? Yes, it will be Darius Lanton.
So Harden is not making any joke at all here with this card. But he's had a good match.
He's a disciplinarian.
We didn't see anyone who, we didn't see the game getting out of hand. It was pretty much on tab for the most part of the entire match.
We are into added time. And Harding is going to call over a player, or is he calling for the ball? I think he's calling for the ball for it to be restarted as a drop ball. Drop ball to the Uprising. Put it forward and almost taken off the boot of Kent Sam there.
Now the player picks it up.
The Ducks United struggling to clear their lines right now. It's Trey Gums who is it forward towards Antoine. Antoine looking for space to turn. Trey Gums. Back inside to Antoine. Antoine looking inside. It's risky. A chance for the Uprising. Can they grab an equalizer? But that's good strength being shown by the Ducks United in defense. And out for a throw-in.
Almost if the Ducks is saying, well, yes, you can have a goal and get a share of the points.
Referee Harding says it's a Ducks United throw. It's Antoine who is fouled, and it's going to be a free kick to the Uprising. Will this be their final chance to grab probably a deserved equalizer?
Possibly. Oh.
Referee says take it back just a bit.
Passion, not sportsmanlike at all.
Passion, he's not obligated to go get the ball. It's not his free kick.
The kick needs to be taken in any case. It's not like the clock is going to stop and the referee is going to blow the game.
Matthew Brown moves it forward. And the Ducks United can clear. As he's going to stop play once again for an apparent head injury. And we'll blow final time on this one. So the Ducks United have been able to grab a late goal, probably an undeserved goal, but a winning goal nonetheless, off the head of Masimba Bowen in the 83rd minute of play to make it 1-0. And that's how it will end here at the Raymond Eagleshark Technical Center.
Really good game from both teams. For the most part, you had today Uprising defending, but really defending and defending well, and they really deserve at least a share of the spoil here It really took a corner kick and headed goal to break the deadlock, and that came on the back of a brilliant save there from the man Darian. And I'm certainly sure that they will be kicking themselves to say we've played all the way, almost to the end, almost coming away with it. But it's the Ducks United who will maintain their 100% winning record at the start of the season by eking out a 1-0 victory over the Uprising team. Don't leave, because we will be back with you at the bottom of the hour. It will be the defending champions, the Roaring Lions, and they will be playing their match this evening against the Eagles Claw. Eagles Claw coming off of a drubbing of the Ducks United. The Lions coming off of a hard-fought win against the Salsa Ballers. And we will bring you that match at the bottom of the hour. Until then, we want to thank all those who would have joined us for our first encounter. And we're looking forward to being with you at the bottom of the hour for a final match to close out the second weekend of matches right here at the Raymond Igishad Stadium for the Senior League of the AFL. Until then, back to Master Control.